I've been delivering pizzas for Domino's for about 4 years now. You see things. Drunk people crying on their doorsteps, couples fighting through apartment walls, dogs that want to kill you and dogs that want to be your best friend. But nothing, and I mean nothing, prepared me for what happened on a Tuesday night in November. It was raining. Not the gentle kind. The kind where you can't see 5 feet in front of your windshield, and every streetlight looks like a blurry orange ghost. My last delivery of the night, a double shift. I was exhausted. The address was in an older part of town. Houses built in the 70s, long driveways, big oak trees that block out the sky. The order was simple. 2 large pepperoni pizzas, a 2-liter of Coke, and cinnamon twists. No special instructions, no call when you arrive. Just an address and a name. M. Callahan. I pulled into the driveway around 11:45 p.m. The house was dark. Not just most lights are off, dark, completely dark. No porch light, no living room glow, no flicker of a TV, just black windows staring back at me like closed eyes. I sat in my car for a moment, checking the address on my phone. 742 Evergreen. Yeah, this was it. I grabbed the thermal bag, stepped out into the rain, and walked up to the front door. No doorbell. I knocked. 3 times. Nothing. I knocked again, harder this time. Still nothing. I was about to call the customer when I heard it. A low mechanical rumble from the side of the house. The garage door was opening, by itself. No lights came on inside the garage. It just rose slowly, inch by inch, revealing a dark rectangle of nothing. I stood there for a good 10 seconds, rain soaking through my jacket, staring into that black hole. "Hello?" I called out. Silence. Then a voice. From inside the garage. Not from the house. From the garage itself. A man's voice, calm and quiet, like he was standing right there in the dark. "Just leave it on the workbench." I couldn't see a workbench. I couldn't see anything. I pulled out my phone and turned on the flashlight. The beam cut through the darkness and landed on nothing. An empty garage. No car, no boxes, no tools. Just concrete floor, bare walls, and in the far corner, a wooden workbench I hadn't noticed before because it was painted black. On the workbench sat a single folded piece of paper and an envelope with cash. My heart was pounding now. Every instinct told me to turn around, get back in my car, and drive away. But I was tired. I was broke. And the cash was right there. I walked into the garage. The rain sounded different in there. Muffled. Like someone had put a blanket over the world. I set the pizzas on the workbench, picked up the envelope, and counted the money. Exactly the right amount. Plus a $10 tip. Then I looked at the folded paper. I shouldn't have opened it. God, I shouldn't have opened it. But I did. It was a single sentence, written in neat, careful handwriting. "Thank you for coming. Now leave before the garage door closes." I spun around. The garage door was already moving, down,
Look,
slow and steady, like it had all the time in the world. I ran. I didn't think. I just sprinted toward that shrinking gap of rainy night sky. I slid under the door with maybe 2 feet to spare, scraping my elbow on the concrete, the thermal bag flying out of my hand. I looked back. The garage door sealed shut with a soft thud. No lights, no sound, just a dark house and a closed garage. I got in my car, locked the doors, and drove away without looking back. My hands were shaking so badly I could barely steer. When I got home, I checked my delivery app for the order details. The name, M. Callahan, was still there. But the address? It had changed. The app now showed a different house, one I'd never been to, on the other side of town. I called my manager the next morning. He checked the store's records. According to our system, no one had ordered from that address in over 3 years. I never delivered to that street again. Sometimes, when I drive past Evergreen at night, I look at that house. The lights are always off. The garage door is always closed. And every time I feel something watching me from the other side. My name is Danny. I've been a DoorDash driver for 2 years. You learn to love the night shifts. No traffic, no heat, just you and the road. But you also learn that some addresses feel wrong before you even arrive. This happened last March. The order came in at 1:47 a.m., Taco Bell. A single burrito and a Baja Blast. The drop-off was a residential street I'd never heard of. Not unusual. New subdivisions pop up all the time. I picked up the food, punched the address into maps, and started driving. 15 minutes later, the app said I had arrived. But there was nothing there. Just a dead-end road lined with overgrown weeds and a single flickering streetlight. I checked the address again. 1347 Bellwood Lane. Order. That's what it said. I was parked exactly where the pin had dropped. But there was no house, no driveway, no mailbox, just dirt and darkness. I called the customer. It rang 4 times. Then someone picked up. No greeting, just breathing.
Hello?
Slow, wet breathing,
I'm at the
like
address,
someone with a cold or someone who'd been crying. Hello? This is DoorDash. I'm at the address, but I can't find your house. The breathing stopped.
Is this a prank, man?
Then a voice, soft, almost a whisper, said,
Is this a prank, man?
Look behind you. I laughed nervously.
Look behind you, look behind you.
Is this a prank, man? I'm trying to do my job. Look behind you, the voice repeated. Same tone, same pace. I turned my head. Through the rear window of my car, I saw nothing. Just the dark road and the flickering streetlight. But then the light went out. And when it came back on, there was a figure standing at the edge of the light's circle. A man. Tall. Wearing a long coat.
I see you.
He wasn't moving. Just standing there facing my car. I see you, the voice on the phone said.
I see you.
I hung up. My hands were shaking. I threw the car into reverse and hit the gas. But the road behind me wasn't there anymore. Where the street had been, there was now a wall of trees. Thick, ancient trees that hadn't been there seconds ago. I was trapped. I looked back at the figure. He was closer now, halfway between the streetlight and my car. I still couldn't see his face, just a pale blur where his features should be. I grabbed my phone to call 911. No signal. Not even a bar. The call wouldn't connect. Then the figure spoke, not through the phone this time, through the air, through my car windows, through my skin. You took too long. The burrito is cold. I slammed the gas pedal and drove straight into the trees. My car crashed through branches and vines, and suddenly I was back on a normal street. A familiar street. I was 3 blocks from my own apartment. I looked in my rearview mirror. The dead-end road was gone. Just a row of houses I'd driven past 1,000 times. I never picked up another night shift, and I never ordered Taco Bell again. But sometimes, late at night, my phone rings. The caller ID says DoorDash support, and when I answer, there's no one there. Just slow, wet breathing. I delivered groceries for Instacart for about 6 months, mostly daytime shifts. Mostly old people who needed someone to carry heavy bags up their stairs. It wasn't glamorous, but it paid the bills. This happened on a Saturday afternoon, bright sunlight, kids playing in sprinklers, the kind of day where nothing scary is supposed to happen. The delivery was a small order, milk, eggs, bread, peanut butter, to a house in a quiet suburban neighborhood. The instructions said, leave on porch, do not knock, baby sleeping. I pulled into the driveway, grabbed the bags, and walked up to the front door. As I was setting the groceries down, I noticed a little girl standing in the window next to the door. She looked about 6 or 7, long brown hair, a purple dress with flowers on it. She wasn't smiling. She wasn't frowning. She was just staring at me with these big, dark eyes. Then she raised her hand and pointed. Not at me, past me. I turned around. There was nothing behind me except my car and the street. A squirrel ran across the lawn. A car drove by. Normal stuff. When I turned back to the window, the girl was gone. I shrugged it off. Kids are weird. I finished the delivery, took the photo for the app, and got back in my car.
You forgot
That's when
the
I saw
peanut
her
butter.
again. She was sitting in my back seat.
Peanut butter.
I screamed. I'm not ashamed to admit it. I screamed and threw myself against the driver's side door.
My
But she just sat there, calm as anything, her little hands folded in her lap. You forgot the peanut butter, she said.
But
I looked at the delivery photo on my phone. Sure enough, the peanut butter was still in my front seat. I'd left it behind. How did you get in my car? I asked, my voice cracking. She smiled, a big, warm smile that didn't reach her eyes. My mommy lets me go anywhere I want, she said, but I have to be home before dark. I grabbed the peanut butter, got out of the car, and ran back to the front porch. I set the jar down next to the other bags, rang the doorbell, baby sleeping be damned, and ran back to my car. The back seat was empty. I drove away so fast I almost hit a mailbox. When I got home, I checked the app for the customer's name and address. The name was S. Miller. The address was real. I even looked it up on Google Maps, a normal house in a normal neighborhood. But here's the thing that still keeps me up at night. A week later, I got another order for the same address. Same groceries, same instructions. Leave on porch, do not knock. I declined it, and then I got a text message from an unknown number. It said, "We miss you, the peanut butter was cold." I deleted the app. I never delivered again. But sometimes, when I'm driving alone at night, I check my rearview mirror, just to make sure the back seat is empty. So far, it has been. So far.